For broadcasting opportunities on Wildfire Radio, go to wildfireradio.com and click Contacts. For advertising opportunities on any of our shows, go to wildfireradio.com and click on Advertise. And remember, for all of your concert and sporting event tickets, go to SeatGiant.com and use code WILDFIRE at checkout for a great discount.
You're listening to the Microphonies, exclusively on Wildfire Radio.
Welcome back.
Hello.
To the show of shows.
Yeah, wait a second.
What?
Wait.
What are we waiting for?
There you go. You had to just get a good nice sip in to start the episode.
Another consecutive episode where we start off with a noise that people make when they do
Every time
things.
they take a sip of something refreshing. Nothing weird.
You want to get this out of the way? Does everybody want to get a little sip in?
Yeah. We got take a sip if you got them. Sip them if you got them, everybody.
Go. Yeah?
I'll sip in spirit.
All right, this is cool. Welcome back, episode 161.
Just
160?
160.
Yeah, 160.
Yep.
A nice, even 160 of the Microphonies podcast on Wildfire Radio. We want to thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Again, thank you.
Greg, how do you feel about this 160th episode?
Greg?
And back to you, Greg.
And Greg.
Actually, you know what? Greg's just being courteous to our guests.
He is.
That we haven't
Yeah.
Oh, he's
introduced
going to
yet.
let us introduce him
That's
first.
very nice of him.
That's
a nice
so
little
nice of Greg.
silent- what a sweet man. Greg, we'll come back to you. Don't worry, buddy. But
Hold your thought, Greg.
If we... Yeah, can we please a little round of applause? A little,
Oh, no.
some claps.
Oh, no.
Some claps.
Oh, you're too kind and gracious.
So we have
We got the clap, guys.
returning guests, Tom and Eric
Hey, everybody.
from Sleep In.
Hello.
Hooray.
Hello.
Oh.
Womp, womp. That is the correct noise.
I realized that I missed an opportunity here. It is April Fool's Day, and I couldn't think of a prank all day. And on the drive here, I was like, you know what? I'm going to introduce them as the Goo Goo Dolls. I'm going to say that they're the Goo Goo Dolls. I missed it.
I would have enjoyed it.
And you guys would have just been on the spot. You would have had to be in character as.
I still would have probably went like,
That would have
really?
been kind of good. What the hell do the Goo Goo Dolls sound like?
You?
I was, yeah. I mean, does anyone
this.
know?
Wait, you guys
I
are
don't
the Goo Goo
know.
Dolls?
Does anybody know?
You
Yep.
guys were in the Goo Goo Dolls.
Thank you for asking.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody ever asked me anymore.
It's sleeping if they wore Abercrombie and Finch.
What? Do the Goo Goo Dolls wear Abercrombie?
And
think
Finch?
what if-
I'm just taking a guess.
I mean, I guess if that's a really interesting comparison. That's pretty good. What was Iris about? But no, seriously, thank you guys so much for coming back. I've been looking forward to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Tom, are you
absolutely.
the number one most reappearing guest on this show?
How
many times have you been on?
I think just two.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marcus.
I thought you were on.
No, I think
I thought this was 3. Who
I
am I
think
thinking of?
Andrew Fox and Brian Meats are tied together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brian, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I only
true.
do one thing
how many
that's
is that?
interesting, so.
3.
There's got to be, yeah.
Oh,
I thought
Brian's
you were
been on
more than
twice.
So I
Brian has
think
been on
it
twice.
might be Andrew Fox.
I think Andrew Fox is the
Oh my
comedian extraordinaire.
Yeah.
What about Ray? How many times has Ray?
Oh,
Ray's
Ray's
been on
twice.
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's. I think I'm combining you and Ray.
Should we call up Ray and
Might
see
be.
if Ray can come in for Greg?
Do you want to just...
Oh my God. I don't think.
Can you
Greg's,
just come
Can you get
in?
here quick?
Greg's playing an April Fool's joke on everybody else.
That would actually be. I would actually laugh if he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I know I'd be like a little mad, but I'd be like, no, it was worth it.
Yeah, if Greg just didn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fair. And pranked you. We get home and he's just like sitting there eating bugles. Remember bugles?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got him on his fingertips.
All
Got
of
all
them on
those
his
fingers.
fingers.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? But
He's,
that's
he's touching everything.
yeah.
You know?
He touched all your stuff while you were gone.
He's finding
With
bugle
bugle
crumbs
fingers.
all over everything.
Just
Don't
everything.
mind your sock drawer.
We got-
A like pencil
Lousy
out
with
drawing
crumbs.
of like grease on everything.
yeah.
Small triangles of grease stains.
God. But yes. Okay. You guys are back.
Yep.
You're better than ever.
I did just see a message from Greg, by the way.
Okay.
Live update. Wait.
Is he here? This just in, Greg might be late tonight. No list either. Forgot it at work.
So we're good.
That's precious.
And that's
I
been your
love
weekly
that.
update.
That's good. That's all right. All right. I wish him well. I hope he's
He'll be here. He'll be here in like the next 5 or 10 minutes.
We'll get here.
Maybe.
And I'm sure it'll be a
That's
seamless.
precious.
This is poetry in motion.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a seamless transition. So let's try to get what we can out of
Yeah. Let's focus
Tom
for
and
now.
Eric, please.
Tom and Eric, tell us all the things you hate about Greg.
That's almost nothing.
I don't know.
That's fair. He's a pretty likable
Is that
guy.
an
He's really
April Fool?
likable.
That news
April
update is
Fools.
pretty good.
He's just a really likable guy.
He's very likable. Yeah, he's an extremely likable guy.
Does he have his mustache right now?
No.
Oh, I'm upset.
Yeah.
All right, there's
Yeah.
something I don't like about Greg. I don't like that he doesn't have a mustache.
He keeps saying he's gonna. Oh,
Yeah, he is.
maybe
What?
he's gonna walk in
With one?
with a
Whoa.
mustache.
Whoa.
Oh, maybe.
Perhaps.
All right, that's one guess.
I mean,
Perhaps.
yes, that's a possibility.
Sure.
It's not out of the realm.
Sure, it's possible.
It's not a possibility, right? So
I mean, he could walk in technically with anything.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I just hope it's not.
Technically.
I just hope it's not like a broken nose or something, or he's like in a cast.
Got in a really bad car accident.
April
This isn't an
Fools.
April
He's
Fool.
like dragging his foot into the studio, like, guys, I got here as fast as I
I'm not
could."
going to be able to do the episode. I have to call my insurance. April Fools, guys. Greg's going to... No.
No.
But don't you understand?
The show must go on. All right, where's your list? Funny man.
I left it. I've said it in the message.
You
Oh,
do
man.
a very good Greg.
That's just my voice.
So yeah, hopefully he's here soon in one piece. Sleep In.
Hey,
Very fun project. We had you guys on oh my god, like probably like a year ago.
Probably over a year.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Over
it
a
was
year?
their last record.
Was it
Yeah.
Tension and Release
yeah,
first came out?
I think that was it.
Well, that came out almost 2 years ago.
Yeah,
But I think it was after that. So, yeah, year and a half, something.
Yeah?
like that.
We were
Yeah.
definitely in the old
It's
studio.
been a little while.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Well, a lot has happened
A lot.
Yeah.
since then.
Sure.
You guys haven't been dormant by any means. A giant, but not a sleeping one. As the name might suggest, you've been very active. You've been very woke.
Yikes.
Woof.
You have not been
Yeah.
sleeping.
Woof.
We've been woke.
You haven't been sleeping,
No.
basically.
Fair to say.
Been very active. Do you want to tell me? Do I have to pull this out of your mouth?
You
Or
want us to
wanna-
tell-
Maybe. I
What would you like to
flounder
Take it away,
a little
Tom.
bit.
Yeah, no, we haven't been dormant. We actually just released 2 weeks ago.
A
new record?
Less than 2 weeks ago.
Less than
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Week and a half ago.
A new record called The Stars in Your Ceiling. And it's out on everywhere, Spotify, all that good junk. But yeah, we've been trying to do some good press with that. And we've been on the road with our friends in Cabanaware, which has been absolutely hilarious. Yeah, new record's out, so it's fun.
It's a phenomenal record.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
It's very good. Did you guys time that with them? Because both of
Cabanaware?
your
No,
records
that was-
came out.
No.
That just worked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you guys just had son of a bitch.
No, just keep it moving.
Just keep it. All right.
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
No mustache, by the way. No mustache.
No mustache. Okay.
He's completely nude. And still no mustache.
Yeah.
This is a very awkward entrance.
Yes.
Taylor's got jokes now, huh?
Greg, where are your clothes?
I don't need them. Who needs them? What clothes?
Right, we're gonna address that in a second. I need to know why you're naked. Guys,
It's a beautiful day.
I can't unsee this.
With a body like this, why do you need clothes?
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
No.
Wow. There's extra push-ups on Sunday. They've been really working out for you, buddy.
All 5 of them.
But you guys
Five
sleep
each
Girl
Sunday?
push-ups.
5 push-ups each Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't
It really
realize.
does-
Okay.
I didn't realize you had a tramp stamp, Greg.
Can you tell me what that says? What it says there?
Is that the preamble to the Declaration of Independence?
preamble to the Declaration of the Independence. But then there's the Nabisco logos on both sides.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's great.
I thought, dude, I asked for Korean symbols for peace and love, and they put Nabisco
Oh, they
symbols.
heard Nabisco
yeah.
symbols.
a common misconception.
Yeah.
It happened.
Oh, well.
If I had a nickel.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, Sleep In is here, Greg. Maybe you've heard of them.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good, buddy.
Hey, bud.
They just put out a new record called Stars in Your Ceiling. And it came out around the same time as Cabana Ware's record.
Yeah, their
too.
record came
Yeah.
out a week before ours.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah, so it worked out. And Alec from Cabana Ware hit up Joe to help book it and asked if we wanted to do it. And it worked out real well.
Book
the tour. Yeah, the tour.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're
Very
kind of
cool.
doing it as like a co-release tour
Yeah.
kind of thing, which is, I don't know, different, but also very fun because those guys, as you know, are hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, they were just on the show. You know, if you haven't listened to episode 158, I think they were on. 2 weeks ago, we had Alec and Brian
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Cabana Ware on the show, and I mean, they're a blast. I mean, the whole band is a blast.
Yeah.
you guys
they're a
are
good time.
hilarious. Dude, you
Yeah,
guys
we've
are
been
a lot of
having way
fun.
too much
You guys
fun.
are all right.
We're okay. We're not as funny as those guys, I'll tell you what.
No, definitely not.
A lot
Yeah,
of personalities.
I mean, if you got Brian Meats, you got Brian Meats. That's all you really need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
So everyone else is just a bonus.
Yeah, it's really funny. The tour package that we have going on right now is like a lot of big personalities, and everybody is like very hype by one another. So
Yeah.
the second you get everybody in the same room, it just starts snowballing, and it just ends up as absolutely ridiculous by the end of it.
Is that tough to manage? That many personalities? Like, is it tough where it's just like, man, I could really just use like 5 minutes of me time and.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
pretty like going to work today and then coming home, like getting out late was like I haven't had 5 minutes to myself. But
Yeah.
no, the most of the managing is like figuring out what to put on social media. That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
It's just
I
too
mean,
much.
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely.
It never ends. We have a tour group chat that's full of very entertaining photos.
I'm sure a lot of unflattering pictures.
Yeah, there's two in particular that I'd really like to show you guys.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's definitely a great atmosphere, especially since you both just released records, because it is the kind of thing where it is like celebratory
Yeah, for
in a
sure.
sense.
Yeah.
You know, you guys
Yeah.
are both kind of going out there and you're playing, you know, old songs too, but like I guess so much more so in their case, but in your guys' case too. Like you have a lot of new material that you want to get out there and you're excited about, and the same thing with them. So you guys are sharing these experiences together, especially like, you know, it's kind of like a maiden voyage for these
sure.
two records.
for-
you know,
Well, and it's cool
Yeah.
because Cabana Ware, this is their first release.
yeah,
So I think it's cool for them because, first of all, the record rules. Their record
yeah,
rules.
it's a
Yeah.
great record.
But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool to, like, we did a co-release show in Philly on Friday,
yeah,
and that went really awesome. It was really cool to do it, like,
A good time.
both bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun to do it
Yeah,
that way.
for sure.
Yeah, that was a really fun show. It's nice to be, I mean, we've lucked out as like Sleep In, being on the road with like so many good bands that like we've made pretty good friends with, but there's always like, you know, at the end of the day, like the beginning of the tour, you're like familiar strangers, but then you become friends. But it's kind of different going away with like people from home. Like, you know, you just go to another city and there's like inside jokes built in already. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're kind of like it's your like pocket when you're a tour package like that. Like
Yeah.
you don't know anything else besides each other.
Yeah, you're a clique.
So it's so it's nice to have like, you know, like old friends from home, like
Sure.
people we've known for a while.
But you still get to know them a little bit deeper, right?
Yeah,
Some of these dudes you might only see at like parties or whatever, and then you see them on the road and you're like living in them. Not in them. Jesus Christ. Living.
But maybe.
Yeah, it's one in particular was I had no idea how funny Dan Sarin was.
That's really funny. We talked about that with Cabana Ware.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
And he's the
Hysterical.
Cabana Ware hype man, too.
Dude,
Yeah.
His stage presence is
unprecedented.
it's amazing. It's so good. He does jumping jacks in one part. It's amazing.
Really?
Well, not
Yeah.
like this, not with the hands.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
hands,
yeah.
but the feet
No,
are going.
like bass
It's great.
comes up and legs cross, and it's the most amazing thing I've ever
He's so
seen.
much fun. He's so much fun to watch play.
Just when you
it's so
think the
good.
bassist may be running out of moves on stage,
Yeah.
there's Dan.
Dan's got it.
Reinventing the wheel.
Blazing
That's
the
great.
trail forward.
That's a tough job. The bass is not a light instrument.
No, yeah,
No,
that's
it is
true.
not.
You know, that's
true.
a tough one to lug around.
Yeah.
And throw it around and work out with, I guess. Do jumping jacks with.
I guess it
Yeah.
is technically a workout. Yeah.
I'm sure his back wasn't straight.
Well,
After that. I'm sure he needed to get like, cracked out or something. You know?
Lay
It's not
down
like-
for the
like
next
crazy
set.
jumping
Yeah.
jacks, but
he
they're
does pretty
jumping
well.
jacks.
Yeah.
it's pretty good stuff. Those guys have a really good stage presence in general.
Yeah.
They're really good. Cheeks is just fun to watch play drums because he's long as hell and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And
So he's
know.
long.
yeah,
Very tall man.
yeah, he's just a
Tall
tall
guy,
guy.
yeah.
Very
I
just,
love,
like,
I
straight
love
long.
watching tall drummers.
Just
it's
real-
so much fun.
real
'Cause
gangly.
I'm stumpy, so it's like a totally different thing.
Yeah, I'm
When I
stumpy,
get down behind a kid, it's just like it gets real ugly. Everything's got to be close, and I like that big, the big open
Yeah.
kit.
It's aesthetically pleasing when you
Yeah.
see like the huge arms
Yeah,
pop up
right,
from behind
yeah.
the set. And you're like,
Yeah.
this man's enormous.
Right. Like he was invented to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like a dragon popping out of a volcano.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's like a weird cartoon character, like conductor at like a big computer pressing buttons up on the ceiling with his long stretchy arms and stuff.
In the cockpit of a
Bullet
plane or
levers.
something.
Yeah. Skates flying
Spaceship.
out everywhere.
That's pretty much what it's like.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad tour is going well. We'll come back to that because I definitely want to talk about some of those photos that have been floating around.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the record a little bit. It is a great record, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys put out great songs in the past and everything, but I feel like this time around, we talked about it a little bit before the show. I feel like your songwriting, as far as telling a story and everything, is really even like tenfold now. And like you still have the riffs, like nothing got compromised at all. And it's just from start to finish. There's like so much feeling between everything, between Dina, the opening track,
Yeah.
being about your old dog, and
Well, thank you for that compliment, but
it's phenomenal.
yeah, I think on this record, it's definitely the storytelling is definitely way more forefront than it has been on the older stuff. Not that it wasn't there,
sure, yeah.
but it's just I think the new record is still it's hooky as much as it needs to be. But the storytelling is like all like super real. Not that the old stuff was. It's like very autobiographical, and just tried to dive like a little deeper into some stuff that was like would catch people's attention instead of just writing on the norm of staying. I don't know, plain. It's nice to like go into some detail in some of that stuff. And yeah, like Dina was obviously about my old dog, which was cool. Getting her bark on that track was awesome.
That was like very
Which we will hear in a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was super cool. And then we also got the tees made with her face on them, which I don't know if you saw them yet, but they look awesome.
Tell the listeners about it a little bit, if you can, in detail, just because they might not know what they look like.
Our shirts are my dog's face that our friend Brian Meats, that we've been talking about, drew. He does like a super minimalist drawing of my dog's face, and it looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it came out super awesome.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
came
a
out really
pre-order
well.
that's available? or
Yeah,
something?
it was a pre-order.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are they
for the
going to be
bundle.
available again?
we have them
yeah.
available at shows right now.
Okay. All right. So people
I'm
can
not
still
sure
pick
if
them
they're
up.
available online right now, but they will be eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all right.
it's-
Cool. We'll come back. To
I think
that.
that's the
Yeah.
design that we're going to keep around because
Yeah.
it's super awesome.
It's a great design. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great design. We'll come back to that.
Fucking dog self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, people love
Put a
them.
dog on a
People
shirt.
love dogs.
How can
man.
you not love a dog? It's
Weird.
They're kind of.
I know.
What's up with dogs?
People seem to like them a lot.
I thought sex sold.
Well, you should no.
You should.
Don't try dogs.
Yeah.
Don't try dogs.
But I have only sexy dogs. I got a warehouse full of sexy dog prints.
What the hell am I supposed to do with these?
What the hell does a sexy dog
Put a
print look
Pomeranian
like?
in fishnet stockings. I can't move a single one of these shirts.
They said combine your passions. Was it like the dogs playing poker, like they played strip poker instead?
Yeah. Well, it's a wiener dog.
Oh. Man's better friend.
There you go.
Christ.
Yeah, we just had Tom, spilling his soul about his dog that passed, and then we just
Yeah, that's right.
travel
She's,
into bestiality.
She gone,
Yeah.
but it's
All
fine.
right, yeah.
I
let's
mean, it is
reel
a
back.
comedy
You're right.
show, right?
Life's a bitch.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and then your dog
It's
dies,
a bitch.
and you're sad for a while,
Jesus.
and then you get another dog. And that's just
It's the
how it
only
goes.
thing you can do. You just got to
Yeah.
replace it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I did.
Oh, man.
Patch a hole in your heart,
It's patched
like
up.
an old bike tube.
Right.
There's- oh,
Pretty
man.
good.
I do have to give Tom a lot of credit. He introduces this song live, like very poetically. He says, "This song is about my dead dog," and then they play it.
I feel like you didn't really do that, but
Actually
then
a
once you
fact.
guys got the puppy, you were like, all right, I'm going to
Yeah,
start saying
well, I
the
was still
dog's
kind
dead
of salty,
live.
and then I was like, well, she's dead. And there's not much I can do.
Yeah,
about it.
there's
I
a
gotta-
point where you're going to be able to.
I got to focus
You
on
can say that
this
and you-
thing
you
now.
can-
So
You can say it and laugh about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
you know.
yeah.
But
I mean, I feel like I always kind of deal with that kind of shit with humor anyway. So
Oh,
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is a way to heal.
it's more
You
like
know,
I
it's
don't
those
say
stuff.
stuff like that right away because people are going to be like, "You're a monster."
yeah.
Right.
That's the real reason.
right.
It's the other
There
people.
might have been a couple people in the crowd that's like,
It's everybody else's fault, not yours.
It's not mine. I don't care.
You're not a monster.
Things die. Is what happens.
Right. I mean, that's a cycle of life.
Yeah,
But I
sure.
think you
Literally.
did a really good job. The dog barking in the beginning was
Thanks.
very sentimental. That was that we tugged him out. Somebody knew Dina.
Yeah.
Tugged
Probably
the heartstrings a little bit.
Bitch it once or twice.
But you're right.
Wasn't a super friendly dog to people, but
she
but a
could
good
be.
dog. Could be. Yeah.
Could be.
She had her moods.
Sometimes she had some moods. Yeah.
Yeah.
stubborn. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But you guys did some really cool stuff. That song "Keepsakes" towards the end of the record. There's some harmonies in that chorus, man. Where I was like, man, they are really kind of pushing themselves a little further. I don't really remember you guys doing stuff like that, like making those harmonies as big as they were.
Yeah.
Some
we've
melodies
definitely-
in there, man.
We've always laced harmonies into our stuff, like, normal 2-part stuff. But that,
Sure.
I think Keepsakes, we definitely embellished it a lot. Eric's the harmony master.
Right. Yeah.
that one. I mean, a lot of these songs, just in general, there's like a little bit more of like the harmonies have a little bit more like a show tuney kind of vibe going on.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
it's sick though.
Like when that particular song, those harmonies in that part, I remember saying, this kind of sounds like a Disney song.
yeah,
You know?
but you
and
know
I was like, that's kind of sick. I'm into it.
it is sick. It
Yeah.
does add
It's
to, like,
fun. It's fun to write stuff that way. You know. What
Yeah.
I mean?
dude, I mean, it's cool if you're gonna go for more of like telling these true stories. I mean, I think that's totally warranted to take a little bit of a theatrical approach
Yeah.
to it, especially vocally. I mean, it opens that song up so much, where it's just like you might be kind of listening to it and doing whatever, but that part catches you so much, like it just brings you back
Nice.
in or whatever.
Thanks, dude.
But
Thanks.
the rest of the song is shit. But like,
It's that one. There's 10
Agreed.
seconds in there.
no, it's great stuff,
like-
man.
10 or 15 listenable seconds in that song. Great work.
And it's great for like capturing a ringtone. But
There you go.
Yeah.
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 That's all we really
That's
want.
what we write for. Yeah.
We're just trying to.
People still have ringtones?
Record it
3
straight to
minutes
your.
of filler, 15 seconds
Yeah,
of
we're just trying to get
usable
people to-
ringtone audio.
We're just trying to get people to put our songs on their flip phones.
That's the best way
Sounds
to go
great
about
to
it.
my BlackBerry speaker.
My default ringtone.
What an ugly sentence. Yeah, I just changed that song to my default ringtone.
I still have a bad to the bone for my ex-wife.
Oh God.
Somebody came up to you and was like, yeah, man, which I did to Brian, and I know I keep going back to this Cabanaware interview we did 2 weeks ago, but I literally did that to Brian. I made Metallica Metallica my default ringtone.
Oh, my
And
God.
somebody called me when I first met him.
That
Go
is
back and listen.
so good.
Yeah.
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But that's great. Yeah, the album's great, man. And yeah, there's a really cool song about how you met your wife.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, reconnected with your wife.
Yeah, so Sixth and Catherine off of the new record. Yeah, that was heavily involved with some of you in that story too. That was a night that I was over at a house on Sixth and Catherine where Kat's friend lived, and also your lady friend at the time had lived.
Yeah, this is a
I
while ago.
believe. Yeah, it was a really long time ago. 4 years, actually, almost to be exact, from a few days ago. Yeah, and we were out at a bar super late, and it was ridiculous. And then I fell asleep to Goldeneye. And
As you do.
what's that?
I said, as you do.
As I do, yeah. And and then my wife walked in because her friend was living there at the time, which was a really funny coincidence. And then she never went away, and now we're married.
I'll never forget like going down the stairs and seeing you two, like, because Tom always leaves. Tom will always find a way home. He's not gonna drive or like whatever, but you know,
One of the best Irish goodbyers ever.
Yeah.
But he'll get a cab and like he'll just spend the money and he'll be like, I gotta go home, but like he won't tell you or anything. So I remember that night when we got back from the bar, I was like, dude, like just stay here. Like it's like 3 a.m. Like just crash.
Yeah,
here,
it was very out of character for me to like submit to that. Like I'm usually like, even when somebody gives me that spiel, I'm like, all right. And then as soon as they go to bed, I'm like, give me a fucking cab. I'm out of here.
I never thought I would see him the next morning, but when I went down the stairs and I saw you and Kat on the couch, I was like, oh man, here we go. And now you two are married. And that's like the coolest fucking thing. The second I didn't even hear the song. The second I saw the song title, Sixth and Catherine, I was like, this is about him and Kat getting back together or whatever. This is amazing.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you know, naming songs is like probably the hardest thing that we have to do. Just I don't know. I feel like it's almost halfway harder.
We almost left that song named Jesse Squirrel.
Excuse me?
Jesse Squirrel.
The working title, just for the listeners, the working titles always stick longer than the actual title.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's always
No.
like the last second. Yeah.
Like this is awful to say, but I'm sure that you'll follow this too. Like sometimes in the middle of a set, when maybe I've had a couple too many drinks, Eric will say the album song name, and I'm like, what? And I'll have to go Jesse Squirrel. And I'm like, and they're just stuck. I can't get them out of there. But yeah, that song sounded like Jesse's Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like the vocals kind of sounded like Jesse's Girl, so
Yeah.
we were
man.
we were calling it Jesse's Squirrel.
That's really
It
funny.
should have stuck.
Jesse Squirrel.
But I mean, I named it Sixth and Catherine because I wanted it just the same way, like exactly like you did. You saw that and knew exactly what that song was going to be about and where it was about. That's why I named it that, just for like our friends that like kind of, you know, our humongous group of friends would know that story.
Sure, yeah.
And see it. So that was
great
like a cool way to nod it out.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, like you grew as a person since Tension
Yesterday.
and Release. So it's cool that, you know, like you're integrating, you know, things that have happened. I mean, a lot's happened since Tension. I mean, you said it was 2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, we probably started writing for it in like 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the previous record. So
Right.
yeah, so talking 4 years ago.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot happens in between that, and you know, and like a lot of material comes to be, and I don't know. It's just cool, man. It's a great record. People
you.
can find it on Spotify, right?
Spotify,
Yeah,
iTunes,
everywhere.
I think all
basically. And we have vinyl too. That is available at the No Hope Records site.
Yep. And if you want to come into
NoHopeRecords.com,
Wildfire
I think.
right now, you can buy some.
Hurry up. You only have 2 minutes.
You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Eric, you mix and produce this again, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of self-produced by the band, I guess. But I engineered, mix it, and then Dave Downham at Gradwell, who also recorded and mixed the Cabanaware record, he mastered it. So, yeah, keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. I mean, it's like, you know, we say it every time a band comes in that recorded there, but Gradwell is just, it's outstanding.
Yeah,
It's an outstanding place, man.
Yeah, the new spot is pretty unreal.
The new spot is unbelievable.
I mean, keep saying the new spot. It's actually like 2 years old now. But
Yeah.
Still, where it was before. Now it's like in the heart of Station Avenue, where it used to be kind of, you know, on a back street
Yeah.
along
Yeah,
the tracks,
exactly.
whatever, in like a random warehouse next to a party supply store or something, like some random thing.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds pretty rad.
Yeah.
bro.
What-
Yeah,
oh,
but now it's in like an old Masonic temple, so the ceilings are like,
Oh.
you know, 20 feet high or whatever. How high do you think they are?
200 feet,
I
probably?
don't know.
300,
200
probably like
feet.
20 feet in the live room.
It's a few
Yeah.
miles
Yeah.
high.
Maybe a little less.
So the sounds you get in there are just like naturally just huge. It's great.
Yeah.
But
And it was built up from like they completely gutted the thing.
yeah,
Yeah, down
So-
to like concrete floor.
So the rooms were completely custom made. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
it's a gorgeous place, man. It's gorgeous.
Plus Local Links is up the road.
Local Lakes. It's a good place. They
Good
make their own
sausage.
sausages.
Good burritos.
Is that what you were eating? Was that your like studio diet?
Jesus.
we would eat a good amount of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and Bruno's Pizza.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
They're in Haddonfield.
That's
right?
Audubon.
free
Audubon?
plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many free plugs.
Any other restaurants you guys eat at?
You don't get me.
Oof.
Did you drink anything like
How much time
Cayman
you got?
Jack? Perhaps some Cayman Jack, some refreshing Cayman Jack.
Hello,
Our
Cayman
mortal
Jack.
enemy.
Hello, Cayman Jack. Are you with us? Because you're always with us.
Yeah.
One way
Last
or
chance,
another.
Cayman Jack.
Cayman Jack. Yeah, this is your last chance, Cayman Jack.
We're not going to beg any longer. I mean,
We are the Microphonies. We demand to be rewarded for our loyalty.
That's the least intimidating threat.
we'll stop talking about you if you don't.
You don't want to miss the Phonies bump, dude.
Yeah. Missing out on a lot.
Yeah.
Of sale.
The Wildfire Bump. You don't want to miss out on that.
All right, shall we listen to Dina?
Yeah, please. Let's get to that. Let's get to that.
Turn out the lights when I leave you. Lock you away from people. Resting your head between my arms and chest. You'll be twisting around in your sleep, son. And you know I would never leave you. Digging up change, try to feed you. Two sides of the wall, it's me and you. I peek through the crack of the door just to see you. And I would never leave you. Just for the fact that I could keep you. I love you every chance I'll get to. I peek through the crack of the door just to see you. Who thought that I could complete you? Guard up, you know that I see through. Who would have thought that it was me that needed you? 2 years, a long time to sit through. And you know I would never leave you. Digging up sheets, trying to feed you. Two sides of the wall, it's me and you. I peek through the crack of the door just to see you. And I would never leave you. Just for the fact that I could keep you. I love you every chance that I get to. I peek through the crack of the door just to see you. Just to see A part of me feels like I'm falling behind. Simple thought disassembles my mind. My okay? Please be completely honest. Fire away. Don't be scared of breaking my heart. A little away from being accomplished. Let now northbound reads the compass. A trusty heart as my brain's accomplice. A lesson learned. Poor time silver lining.
Songs are done. That means we're back.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
That's pretty cool, huh?
This is very aggressive.
That song was rough.
That's we gotta
Zinger.
stop. Hold on a second. We have to stop doing this because we're all looking around and smiling, but the listeners don't realize that we're like, we love this song. We love this song, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a really good song.
Yeah, the whole album's great.
That's really good.
Wow, that's Jeff for you. Get a couple Cayman Jacks in him, and he'll just start speaking his mind.
Cayman Jack and me. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Exciting. But yeah, that was Dina off the record.
It was.
Count
yeah.
the Stars on Your Ceiling by Sleep In. You
Count
can
the
find
stars
that.
on your ceiling.
Count the Stars. Is that not what it's called?
No,
No.
What is it?
The stars on your ceiling.
just the stars in your ceiling.
Oh, I'm thinking of the lyric.
I think you got it right.
You're
the first
thinking of the
time.
band. Yeah, you did.
No, I'm thinking of the lyric at the end of the record.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that is where
You
it's
half
taken
bottled
from.
down,
You're right.
counting
Yeah.
stars on your ceiling.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, you got
come on
it.
now. Which is what it's the very titular,
Neil's a true fan.
titular, titular,
Titular.
titular.
Titular?
Is that how you say that?
Titular.
The titular
Titular.
lyric.
Oh, titular. Yeah. It's,
Is that a
tight,
real
like-
term? Is that a clinical term?
it's
Titular.
It's titular.
Titular.
I think you could use it.
Is it titular?
Titular.
Can we stop saying that?
Titular.
Titular.
Is
No.
the count the stars in the ceiling a reference to those little glow in the dark stars you used to put on your
It
ceiling?
is, yeah.
That's so sick.
pretty cool.
Can we
right?
get them for the house, Neil?
Yeah, we should get them for
For
the.
the entire house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everywhere.
wouldn't that be something?
Well,
Yeah,
Only
pretty
90
awesome.
kids
I
know.
already
I
tried
don't think
making.
you shouldn't stop at the ceiling.
A whole universe.
Yeah,
Just
everywhere.
cover the whole
Yeah.
house.
Put 'em everywhere.
All
The
the
floor,
walls.
the toilet.
The
Imagine.
outside walls.
Yeah, definitely the outside.
That would be cool.
I already tried making puppets.
You made puppets. You
I
didn't
made
try.
puppets.
You
Yeah,
did.
Me and Tom made puppets.
You guys
Yeah.
succeeded in those puppets.
We
Yeah.
might as well, which obviously we put a lot of use in. I still can't believe.
Someday.
Thank God. See, Tom is such a good friend because I was like, yeah, dude, I really want to make these puppets and make a video on YouTube and like without missing a beat. He's like, yeah, dude, we can cut them out of old 30s and like make the the markings or whatever, and then we can just do it. We'll go to Walmart. And, like,
Yeah,
blow
dude,
them.
I'm already at the craft store. What do you want?
We sat there. You know what? They came out pretty well. We made 4
They
puppets.
did come out well.
They were
You
cool.
just have to implement them. That's all.
I threw them out.
Oh, never mind.
I had to toss them
Wow.
out.
Yeah, well, you can,
And it's gone.
make, you can make new ones. You can make better ones.
Yeah, except I threw everything out. But it's okay.
Besides the
materials.
newspapers.
Start over, start totally.
Had to start.
Let's go all like organic. We'll cut down our own tree.
Yeah.
We'll make the paper ourselves.
Great, yeah. But yeah, Tom and I made puppets. We might as well put stars all over the house.
Yeah, you might
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, you
don't
in
see
on
a good
that?
reason
Eric,
not
you
to.
coming?
I'm into it.
All right, cool. Can you guys play songs off the record while we do
While
it?
you guys put stars all
Yeah.
over the house.
Yeah, we'll have,
that would,
like-
that would make sense. I
Yeah,
guess.
we'll do like a TED talk about it or something. I don't know, whatever. What's
you go.
hot? What's hot right now? Give me the money. I'm all about the money.
Can you change the album name to "The Stars in My Friend's House"?
Yeah. The stars on Neil's ceiling.
Yeah.
That's the
That's it.
follow-up record.
yeah. Yeah. We'll do a live album.
Yeah.
Called The Stars in My Friend's House. It'll be a live recording of the house show. Guys, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Am I right, baby?
You got to shoot for the stars.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's $1 million
You know what I'm saying,
idea.
dude?
Yeah.
$1 million idea.
That's what I'm
I
talking
don't
about.
hate it.
Let's all make
I'm not
money.
mad at it.
Yeah, we're crushing it.
Yeah.
God.
It's early stages. We got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just workshopping it, baby.
Yeah.
We're just workshopping it. Spitball.
The album just came out.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago.
Hell yeah. Do you have any other plans to release anything? Or is it super top secret? Should we not talk
No, I mean we're gonna start working on some more like music videos and stuff like that.
Very
Yeah.
cool, very cool.
We have one out for one of the singles, "Splitting Clouds," right now. But yeah, we gotta get on that. But we're gonna try to release a bunch of videos for this record.
Very cool. Splitting Clouds. Of course, the was that the. Did you do that single before Dina?
No, that was actually the second
it was,
single.
it was the second
one?
single,
Yeah.
and it came packaged with the video,
Gotcha.
which was super fun to shoot. Mike made me get on a beach in, I think it was 32 degree weather.
Mike
in a bathing
is-
suit. Mike is our drummer, and he also shot the video.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and I had to get on the beach on a windy day
And pretend that it
Brutal.
was nice
and
out.
pretend that it was nice.
Well, the video
Pretend that he was
great.
on a tropical island.
The video is outstanding, and if you didn't say that, he did a really good job of shooting it in a way where I guess because were you walking backwards? How was it shot where it's like it didn't look like it was super windy? I guess.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I guess Mike was just like walking backwards, like into the wind.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I guess. It didn't look as windy as it
Yeah.
should have, but it was hellishly cold.
Yeah, I believe it. But that was a great video of
Pretty
like the
awful.
little kid, and then you're obviously singing
Yeah,
the song, so it's like a parallel where it's like you and the kid are both kind of running away, but it's like the I'm
Yeah.
sure there's an artsy. I'm a caveman, so I looked at it. Man and little boy are same.
No, I think you pretty much got it.
yeah.
Two
it was-
parallel stories.
Yeah, it was exactly. It was
They-
just
they
two
kn- they
parallel
know their
stories
audience.
of- yeah,
Yeah. It was for you, Neil. Actually, we made that video for you.
Just an army of like idiots.
Make it digestible for Neil.
Will Neil get it?
Okay.
We'll start at our shows. We'll just start handing out masks of you for our crowd, for the fans, so everybody can look like you.
Yo, also,
man,
shout out to Matt Klein for being told to come dressed as a jogging jerk and fucking nail it.
Oh yeah, crushed it out of the park.
I couldn't imagine
That's a good
anybody
detail.
Oh my god, it's so good. Like I don't understand. He apparently Mike told him like, "Hey, do you want to be in this video? Like, we need like a jogger that gets hit with a snowball." Spoiler alert, in case you haven't seen the video, but
Huge plot point.
but yeah, huge. But Klein came in like this ridiculous sports jogger outfit, and I just like
And he had
barely
also
contain
like
myself.
just bleached his hair.
Yeah,
So it was like,
Oh, wow.
dude.
just bleach blonde.
and had like these really like how do you even like these really awful like rip off Oakley like sports
The sports sunglasses.
yeah.
like the ones that are like that like the amber reflected.
Sure.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so lame. It was
Probably
amazing.
same ones that like baseball players wear.
Yeah,
in the
except
outfield.
way lamer
Yeah.
and probably from Walmart. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like not nearly as cool. It was so awesome.
Draco Malfoy taking up cardio.
Dude, yes.
beautiful.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was that in a tracksuit.
Yeah, it was a great video. There was a little anecdote you told me about behind the scenes when you had to film at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure, because there's a scene where you kind of just walk in with a backpack, and then I guess you just walked right out, and I'm sure that went
Not
over
shady at
really
all.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm sure that was
You definitely got to tell somebody, right, that you're like filming at the
well,
airport.
here's the thing.
You should, is what I should have said.
You should
You didn't.
definitely do
You
that.
didn't, did you?
We did not.
I'm sure you had all your permits.
So, yeah, we drove over and I basically sweat the entire time because, like, Mike, just the innocent ignorance in his brain is like, it's going to be fine. And I'm like, dude, TSA.
That's like one place you like
Homeland
can't.
Security.
You just can't fuck around.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is the only place that like doing this is not going to be laughed off.
If this is like a mall,
Or
they'd be
shrugged
like,
away.
"What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
It's an airport. They're gonna see somebody reaching into a backpack and like immediately tackling you to the ground.
You got a dog sicked on you right away.
Yeah, it was so shady. So like, Kat, my wife, drove us while Mike filmed, and so we went to like this kind of empty. Which this was also the mistake. We went to like an empty gate. It was like the very first gate as you pull into like the international flights. Now, mind you, I had no ticket.
Yeah.
And nobody knew that we were going there to film. Like, no one was aware of anything happening. So I get out of the car and I'm just like, I'm shaking the entire way driving there. I did not get arrested though.
Good.
But I walked in, and as soon as the second set of double doors opened, all 50 attendants were like, I hope he picks me. I was like, oh, this is so much letdown.
Everybody's staring at
This
you.
is so much letdown for one shitty human.
Yeah.
And I had to pull one of these moves, like, oh, where's my wallet?
If you
And I was like, I want to get out of here. And
if
I
you
ran
watch
away.
that scene closely,
You can see, yeah.
Tom tap each of his butt cheeks separately,
Wow.
pretending to check for
I
all
really
his
tried to
belongings.
dress it up for
Yeah.
everybody. I was like, let me make sure everyone sees me check my pockets.
And it's
Uh-oh.
Definitely
in the
not
video.
anything in these pockets. I'm just leaving, okay?
What a shame. I left my passport at home.
And I won't be back.
Dude,
Make it
that was I'd say top 3 most terrifying things I've done in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Airport
believe that.
security considered.
Jesus Christ.
You should have walked in and been like, man, this is going to be a blast.
I heard Puerto Rico's the bomb.
Jesus Christ.
I have an explosive.
I can't drink this coffee. I might crash.
God. Oh.
Oh, man. Well, speaking of horror stories, do you have any? You guys just got, I guess you're still kind of on the road.
Yeah, we have another weekend coming up. Not this weekend, but in another weekend. We'll be hitting like Boston and Western Mass and Lancaster.
Do you have anything from the last couple weeks? You guys just did a couple weeks.
Alec from Cabana Ware specifically told me to ask about Cape May.
Yes, I was also now. Just to preface again, we're gonna go back. 2 weeks ago when we had Cabana, we were on. Go back and listen to that episode. He was very like hesitant about Cape May.
Right.
Just going into it, the guys haven't even played the show yet. It was like right before you left for that weekend. He was like, I don't know how that's gonna go.
Which is a beach town in the off season.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but it was in Cape May Courthouse, which is actually like
A little bit
not
north.
really that close to the beach.
Yeah.
It's like more in like the wetlands of like it's way inland. Like my family has a house in North Cape May, which is like on the bay, and it was like 20 minutes from there. So it's like not that close. So there's like nothing. There's like just like a lot of like townies, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot going on. So the show is at this church, which oddly enough, going down the shore my entire life, I've seen there's a gravestone in that graveyard with my last name on it that I've been looking at since my eyes could see.
Oh, wow.
Going down the shore. And so we get to this place, and I was like, this is unfucking believable. There's no way that this is the place that we're playing tonight. So we get in there, and the place is wild. Like, it's just a church, and they just moved the pews, and there is this crazy curry chicken cooking that has still stunk up our entire lives.
Yeah, they cooked dinner. Ooh, they cooked dinner. My voice cracked. They cooked dinner for us, which was nice. But yeah, the curry smell stuck to everything that we
Let's
owned.
just say it was liberally spiced. But it was a very kind gesture of them to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But
we woke up the next day and went into the van, and it stunk.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like
was
Alec
wild.
washed his coat 3 times, and he made me smell it last night, and I was like, yes, that's.
And then we were like,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh man,
Wow.
Jesus.
We were opening up like the cases for the drums, and it smelled like it would like
Dude,
waft out.
No way.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Dude,
I've never experienced
it was
anything
crazy. Like, because this chick was like straight burning curry in the kitchen. Like, we walked in there, and my eyes just like immediately like glazed over like red. I was like, oh my God, it was so smoky.
Yeah.
In the back, where like the
That's probably why it stunk.
the
Yeah,
green
the-
room-
not
They
the
were burning
actual
it a little
curry.
bit.
the burning
no, it
of
was like the burning
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It was all over everything. But so we played this show, and the bands were fine, and everything was going fairly well. And then we go to play, and the PA just takes a total shit, like a total nosedive.
Yeah.
I start singing, and it sounds like I'm the Terminator. It was ridiculous. So I finally just got fed up, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm singing in this microphone. I just threw it aside, and we finished the set. So we're loading out, and everything seems to be going fine. And then all of a sudden, this man that owns this place comes flying out the front door on God knows what. And he's screaming. This is what you're talking
the
about.
guy that owns the
yeah,
church, or
About his skateboards. Like,
Yeah.
so his...
What a thing to be yelling about.
Like, they're not listening to this, right? Like, I can go into some detail on this.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Go-
too late.
Yeah,
no,
it's
it's too
too
late.
late.
Tell all.
Never playing
Go
this
ahead.
place
What are
again.
you
Too
talking
late.
about?
We're never going to play this place again anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
So
It's
this
all right.
man and his way fucking too young wife.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
No coming back now.
Let me go. Of age, by the way.
Sure.
Just like too young for this guy. He was like an older guy.
Inappropriate
and he was
age
like,
difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Inappropriate age difference. So apparently somebody at the show had stolen this girl's skateboards, and one was like a Pal Peralta skateboard. So it was like super old, and I forget who she said gave
I think it was
to
like
her.
Steve
Caballero.
Yeah.
Caballero.
Steve
Which-
Caballero had
which-
given it to her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Allegedly,
these are
anyway.
like collectors
Yeah.
skateboards.
Yeah.
Like
Al
name
looked it
drop.
up, and
Why
you
would-
want to know how much the skateboard was worth?
Yeah,
a grand.
$100. But that's besides the point. So this man comes outside, furious.
Says we're checking cars.
Yeah,
In
he's
his
like,
South
"That's
Jersey-
it, we're
in his South
checking
Jersey
cars."
accent.
Dude,
Accent-
he
accent.
rummaged through our cars for what felt like a half an hour. I had eventually had to like yell at this dude through the back of the van. Like he just like waltzed into our van and started tearing it apart. Like, where is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Everything
yeah.
flying.
What a reference.
Yeah, just like,
Yeah, it was
dude,
kinda wild.
It was wild, man.
He
it
was
was
going
so,
through both of our cars.
Yeah, and also to frame it for you guys, it's a bunch of guys in their 30s which
Right.
have
Yeah.
no business
Not-
stealing
not
anything.
stealing.
Yeah, like-
Skateboards of all
Yeah,
things,
like if you're
too.
gonna walk out of a venue and point a finger at a band, it's not the 30-something-year-old sweaty dudes that are just trying to get a fucking shower. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it's the
yeah.
dudes that went somewhere to go party like an hour ago.
Right.
It was just like so bizarre.
Or somebody not even in a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like I don't know.
I think it's also important to note that he owned the place, but he didn't book the show.
Yeah.
So he didn't have anything to do with the show. He just owned the place.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let's also make it very clear that the showrunner from that show was the sweetest, and I would definitely play more of her shows. But that place was a goddamn nightmare.
Very subtle.
Was this the church?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
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 The guy who owns the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not. So it's not
So,
a functioning church.
Yeah,
Okay.
They had like a little thrift shop in there. And,
yeah.
Like Brian Meats bought a jacket.
It's not a
from-
functioning
from
church.
the
It's
thrift
like
shop.
it's a church, but it's like a community art center.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So it was kind of an odd place, super reverberous
As a church would be.
as a church.
Anyway, I see you got that new skateboard.
Shut it.
Transition.
shit, my
Let's
bad.
talk
You
about
can't ride
skateboard.
this one. It's too valuable. It's worth $100.
$100.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What if they could be like? You're just expecting at that point, like, because your next show is where? Where was your next show?
Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty healthy gap. That's like a 5 or 6 hour gap.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
like that.
So all you're thinking about is like, all right, let's get through this goddamn show. Let's figure it out. Let's just get out of here and just make our way down south. You're about to like get everything packed up. All of a sudden, a grown man comes running out of a church screaming, "Who has my Steve Caballero skateboard?
A grown ass man.
Who has my skateboards? They were signed by Steve Caballero."
It was
Insanity, man.
yeah, it was something that we were not prepared for.
Did he actually open up your backpack, or did he like?
Yeah.
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 What?
Yeah. So that's like.
He really went through like
That's
Like
where-
a
that's where-
skateboard is
yeah.
in
How
the
much do you
backpack.
How big of a backpack are we
Yeah, and
talking?
I yelled through the van. I was like, dude, that's like our worldly possessions. Like that's like something I guess like people that don't travel don't really understand. It's like your van is your home.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's where you live. Like it's all you have.
Now it's like all torn apart now.
yeah,
You got all your
it's
shit
like when
here.
you're ripping like everything in vans for bands has a home, like a place
Yeah.
where it needs to be. You know what I mean? So when you go up there and disrupt it, it's like, well, now we have to reorganize everything again. Thanks.
Right.
Which wasn't a totally big deal, but you know,
Still,
like,
yeah,
But I mean,
still
also,
sucks.
you didn't have to do it at all.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
ridiculous.
ask you to rummage through our belongings. Thanks.
You like
But,
you're really not gonna. Yeah, I didn't take your skateboard, old man.
Yeah, I said
Right.
that. And I think I remember him trying to open a guitar case as if it was going to be in there.
Yeah, see, like, that's ridiculous. I
That's-
get it if you want to go through people. I mean, it's still like invasion of
That's the
privacy,
one we
but,
keep
like,
our
Just,
Tommy
look-
gun in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just look,
Yeah.
just look in the van.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're not going to, like, I'm not going to open up this Ziploc bag where, like, a jar of peanut butter and be like, is it in here? Like, it could be anywhere. It's a skateboard. Like,
How big could it be?
Fold up skateboard.
babe, no, I didn't find it. Yeah, I'll check the peanut butter. Shut up.
It was bizarre.
Out of here.
You know that they went back inside and somebody just moved it out of the way.
That's what
Yeah,
I
without
kind
a
of was
doubt.
thinking because
oh, here it is.
So I like checked
Yeah.
social media to see if they had like posted anything about it, like, hey, like if anybody took it, and it was like radio silence about it. So I think that like that old man just like stuck it behind somewhere and forgot about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you ever
As,
just
as
put
old
something-
guys do.
You ever just dude, I do it with my keys all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna put this in a safe spot, and then
Right.
fucking
Well, you
remember
put
what
them
the safe
in a
is.
spot specifically so that you'll remember it. That's out of the
yeah.
and then you can't remember where you put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was like one of those things.
It has
I
to
mean,
be.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody that was there that would really I thought would do it, but I mean that was definitely the.
I mean, with a
oddest
collector's
experience.
item like that, though, how could you resist?
I
Maybe
know.
it wasn't the curry that was burning. It was the skateboard underneath all the curry.
Oh, that's it.
Ah.
Maybe that's what they used to smoke it.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Terrible, man. What a ugh, God. Gross.
What else was there?
Yeah,
Richmond was fairly normal, I think.
Richmond's a great city.
Yeah,
Heavy love for the Commonwealth.
yeah. We played at Yellow House again, which we have played before, and that venue and those kids rule. They play. You ever been there?
Awesome. I've not been to.
It's awesome. Just like a DIY house venue, but those dudes know what's up.
Very
They
cool.
throw some fun shows.
Always nice to see little communities like that.
Yo, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with like the younger crowd. Like, it's nice to see, like, I don't know. I feel like that happens a little bit less sometimes around, than you'd like to see it.
Sure.
So like seeing like younger kids like really getting into like booking like, not just their friends, like having like touring bands coming through their like humble small Virginia abode. You know what I mean? It's like it's cool. And those guys, it's always super welcoming. Houses for us, like playing house shows is so much fun. I don't know why. I like it.
It's intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you get a chance to like talk to everybody and hang out, like
The house party.
Yeah,
It's a house party with you get to play some music.
yeah.
Right.
What else? Washington D.C. was something, and we'll leave it at that.
It's fair. DC, yeah. Fair. Can you tell me what the story is behind that photo that's been floating around of you jumping from bed to bed in the hotel room?
Yeah.
Flying.
So
You had as many clothes as Greg does right now.
yeah, I was dressed just
Just,
like
a
just
little
say
bit
none
more.
at all.
A
Well,
little
yeah,
bit more.
he
You were
has a
wearing
cape on.
Yeah,
You
it
were wearing a
was.
cape,
Yeah, I was wearing a towel cape.
Greg just has socks on.
I had that. Oh man, we could probably do a whole nother podcast on just the hours between what was it like 2 and 5
1 a.m. and 5 a.m. or
That's good.
something on Sunday.
Only good
yeah.
things happen then.
So
Jesus
we played in Brooklyn, and shortly after the show, we walk outside, and there was like a couple guys LARPing,
Nice.
like straight up
hell
with
yeah.
wooden swords in the street, and I was like, this
Wow.
place is amazing.
That's sick.
I got like a rap that I don't even recall. So
Well, you passed out in the
So-
van first.
yeah. So on the way to our hotel, which by the way we did not belong in, we stayed in the Hilton, like directly next door to like World Trade Center 1.
What?
So yeah.
Somehow that's where we ended up
So it
at
was
2
like,
a.m.
yeah, that's the hotel we ended up
Well-
at. To just give you some perspective on like where that shot is taken, like there's also another picture of me standing just straight unclothed in front of the window,
yeah.
drapes wide open, chugging a beer. World Trade.
Yeah, the beam of
Yeah.
light shooting up.
If
Yeah.
that doesn't
Oh my
summarize
God.
America,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
It also
amazing.
summarizes my very particular brand of, hotel
alcoholism.
behavior. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just like getting naked in a hotel room is so much fun, especially when
It's
your friends are
phenomenal.
around and don't
Yeah.
want to watch.
Yeah, of course.
Did Joe, your guitarist, use Joe Franks? Oh my God, that's a phenomenal photo. God
Yeah.
bless you.
America.
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
If you
World
leave,
Trade 1, baby.
if you leave a review, we'll send you the picture via email.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Leave
can't
a
put it up
review.
on social media, but I'll send it.
Yeah.
We'll send it as a private message.
Did Joe ask about the competitive rates?
Well,
He
yeah,
did
so
not.
he did.
We need
Oh,
to
he
get
did?
into
So
this.
he was, so he was
wait,
the one.
wait. So
This isn't
set
that
this up.
story. This isn't
but,
that story.
But I'm
but-
saying set up his usual.
Okay, so like a couple years ago, separate story. And I'll get back to the main story here. A couple years ago, we needed to get a hotel, and it was like 2 a.m. and we're driving in the middle of nowhere somewhere, and Joe is calling. He's calling hotels to get to find a room. And he calls one up, and they give him the price, and he goes, "Oh, that sounds like a competitive rate. I'll give you a call back. I'm checking with some other places."
At 2 a.m.
That sounds like a competitive rate. It's like a Super 8 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was like mind blowing. So anyway, so he was actually the one that called to book this Hilton that happened to be in Manhattan across from World Trade Center 1, and he's talking to the woman at the desk, and she's telling him that the room is $137 for the night, which sounds ridiculous, right? Because it's a Hilton.
Yeah.
But I will say that I heard him confirm 137. So he got the competitive rate from her. But when we got there, it was $237
Wow.
Oh.
because it's the Hilton,
Yeah.
right? Of course it's $237.
For
Yeah.
one night.
So Tom was passed out in the van, and we wake up Tom and we're like, "Hey, we're
Like
at the
I do.
Hilton. We're at the Hilton across from World Trade Center 1." And he's like, "I thought we were going home." Nope. So, so then they wanted to charge us $75 to park on top of that. And we were like, "We're not doing that." So we went up to the room. Joe and Tom stayed in the room while me and Mike went to park the van.
yeah.
We got downstairs. We were on the 14th floor. We got downstairs. By the time we were downstairs, we got the first picture of Tom in the window, ass naked. it took about 5 seconds for Tom to get completely naked.
Stripped down.
Yeah, I got in the room immediately, just like hopped in the shower. Or I might not even.
I think you didn't shower for that
pre.
picture.
Yeah. So that was immediate, and then I got out of the shower, and like my favorite thing to do in the hotel room with a bunch of other guys is just go ass naked, just running start, springboard off the first bed, and just frog out right onto the next bed. That's how I mark my territory in a hotel room. Like I'm going to choose
pretty
my bed.
efficient.
Wait to see which one I frog splash on, and that's the one I'm going to sleep in.
Yeah.
And so this time I decided that I was going to switch it up a little bit, and I was maybe going to wear like a towel cape.
Yeah.
And then I was going to do my best horizontal
Yeah, like a Superman.
that I could.
A
Yeah.
Superman flight.
And Joe, God bless his heart, hates this behavior. Like,
I don't know. I think he was enjoying it
hates
pretty good right there.
but
Did he take the picture?
he took the picture.
man, did he take the shit out of that picture.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Dude,
It is iconic.
yeah, that picture wouldn't have been as funny as it is if he hadn't caught it at that exact moment. Like,
Yeah.
that exact moment in time that
I think it was at the peak
is
height
so-
of the
Yeah,
jump.
you could see
It was-
you could
did you
see that
see
the
it?
towel cape is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You saw it? All
Uh-huh.
right. Yeah, it's hilarious.
It was like very reminiscent of that famous photo of Bobby Orr
okay.
when he scored that goal, and he dives. He's going to like dive, and he's completely parallel to the ice, and it's this like famous photo. There's statues of it and everything.
Oh, okay.
And it's like the same exact position.
Yeah.
Except he didn't have a towel cape. He had a stupid hockey stick and a jersey on. He's with a bunch of dudes.
Same energy.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Yeah.
But same energy, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, we were talking about Ray from Aspiga. I think that part of me subconsciously channeled my inner Ray because Ray. Have you ever seen the picture of him?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Aspiga
This
shirt.
is
They made
a,
a
this is
shirt.
a
It was a
public
tribute.
Yeah, this
They
is a
made
public
a shirt
picture.
out of that.
Yeah, this is a very public picture. He's covered. I was not.
he's barely covered.
He's barely covered. Yeah, I have to clear it with my wife to make that one go public. But I'm leaning towards maybe yes.
I'm leaning towards probably not from your wife.
Maybe not. But yeah, I think that basically, I think Ray did it and then I did it, and I think that you guys should take it upon yourselves, being you guys and the listeners, and just take your own picture and DM it straight to Sleep In, and let's see what you got.
And DM it to
Yeah.
Joe Franks.
Yeah,
Yes, straight
Send
to
them
Joe
all
Franks.
to Joe.
Yeah.
Send him to
yeah.
Joe.
Just
Because Joe,
slide it right into the
Joe,
DMs.
yeah, Joe took the picture and got the perfect moment, so he has to grade
really
if it's
did nail that.
worthy
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
publishing.
He's at
Yeah.
least got the eye for it.
Yeah.
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
There's no dude I would rather send a naked picture to than Joe Francolino. Just to watch him like fumble around with the phone, just like yeah.
If you think
Yeah.
Did you
if
have
you
to
think that
send
you
that?
would enjoy sending Joe Franks a naked picture, you should just get Joe Franks to see you naked against his own will. It's the most satisfying thing. Like Joe, every time I
Very
I
sexual
love him
harassy
to
of
death,
you.
Yeah.
but he's like a goldfish sometimes. Like you can
He's
get him
like
with the
a
same
goldfish.
trick over and over again. Like
Jesus.
every single hotel, I'm like, hey Joe, can you come get me a towel? Bang.
Yeah.
Ass naked. Ow. Yeah.
Oh wait,
Like, dude,
there's more to the story of that night too. I forgot.
Oh yeah. So after that's right.
Wait, before you go in, I love how you pulled a second wind after you passed out in the van
Oh, he pulled a
to
hard
perform all
second.
I'm a
this.
champion, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
oh,
went
I thought we were
hard.
going home. Oh, we're not? All right.
Gotta
game
make
time.
Yeah.
Well, for about 10 minutes he was pissed, and then he got naked, and he was having a good time.
Yeah, I don't wake up well.
Yeah.
So yeah, after I took that picture, I put on a pair of pants
Oh,
and a
boo.
t-shirt. Yeah, I know.
Okay. all
And a
right.
jacket, and I went downstairs to get some street meat at the cool hour.
Okay.
At
Well,
3
first of all,
4
well,
o'clock in the morning.
the point is that he wasn't wearing shoes, right?
I was wearing no
yeah.
shoes.
and we were trying to get him to put on shoes to go downstairs because he wanted to smoke a cigarette, right?
This is why I like
and-
my pay by the hour hotels that we usually get, or the step above, where they're just like, I don't care what you wear, just don't die in the room. You know what I mean? Like anything to keep the police away. They're like, oh, fine.
Right. So basically, we were like, "This is the Hilton. You got to put shoes on," and he refused to put shoes on. In fact, I think Joe handed them to you, and you and Mike were outside the door, and you forced the door back open and like tossed the shoes back in. And you
telling me what to do is not the right way to get me to do something.
And was it you and Joe that went down there, or no? You and Mike?
Me and Mike went down, yeah, and I walked. At this moment, like I got in the elevator and I was like, oh fuck! I remembered like how nice this elevator was, and I was like, I had made a critical error, but there was no way that I was turning around and letting them win in the hotel room.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Fair, yeah.
So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm stick to it. So here I am, just gliding through the lobby barefoot with like this gigantic, elegant fireplace and like 3 people on duty. Like, you know, there's not like a sleeping security guard. There's like people in suits
There's
at
like
4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So I go outside and like finally there's this other hilarious picture of me forking a hero of lamb meat just into my face, barefoot but clothed.
Okay.
In front of like the World Trade Center Memorial at 4 a.m. with no fucking shoes on, just in the middle of the side. There's not a soul to be seen, and I just have this awful lumberjack outfit on, just like mid-bite. It's so
But
bad.
the best thing is, it was cash only, and you had no cash.
Oh, so I had to call Joe to come down and bring me cash.
And you were like,
yes.
You literally said, bring me money. I want street meat.
That is a fact.
Vile.
It was awful street meat, by the way.
And then he went down and smoked a cigarette again. And this time, he actually got told by somebody at the hotel to put shoes on.
I didn't make it to the elevator. I was walking down the hallway, and the guy, I think they like had
They were ready
me.
for you.
Yeah. They flagged me. Like, they knew, like, oh, there's the fucking no shoe guy.
Well, Mike said that when you were walking back in, you literally, like, the guy was on the phone at the front desk, and you, like, looked at him, and you were like, not going to put on shoes, not going to do it, or something like that. So that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, instigating it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's never good.
No.
But, I was walking to the elevator, and this guy was like, you got to have shoes on, buddy. Hotel policy. It's a falling hazard. And I was like, man.
Falling
What?
hazard.
I mean, what?
Bad reason.
How can you argue it, though?
Yeah.
A falling hazard?
What does that even mean? How do you know?
You walk better on your bare feet than you do in your shoes.
That's,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what?
Especially in a
if I
There's
were
a lot of people that would agree with that, for
like,
sure.
yeah, and that's the whole mentality of like that man telling me what to do is like my mind immediately went to like, where can I find a pair of high heels and turn an ankle in this place right like, I'll show you, shoe police.
Yeah.
Okay. I got my shoes. Oh!
Oh, look how sturdy I am.
And what time was checkout?
It was actually noon,
Yeah,
Okay.
but we left the room at like 11 a.m.
yeah. And then Eric made us fucking walk 10 miles in New York City. I've never hated him so much.
Hey, to be fair, everybody was following me, so
you know how
you guys didn't turn around. It was like we did walk like 7.5 miles.
Why?
It just happened.
Gotta
New
explore.
York.
Wow. All right.
Do you know
It
how
was also raining, so that made it worse.
Yeah.
Man. But like to where?
Nowhere in particular.
we aimlessly
Just around.
wandered?
Just walked around?
Dude, just wandered. Like, do you
I
know
enjoyed
how
it, to
far
be honest.
7 or 8 miles is in fat people miles? It's 7 or 8 miles, but it's really fucking hard.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it.
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
you're husky, and I just was sweating,
yeah.
and
The
it was
rain.
real. Yeah, and the rain was terrible. But we
If it
saw
was
some
nice
cool
out,
stuff though.
it wouldn't be so awful. But
It wasn't cold though. That was the thing. Like Sunday was
Yeah.
freezing, but it was actually like nice. It was just the rain.
Well,
yeah, we saw
that
some
was
cool
Sunday.
shit.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
And it was
That's
kind of
right.
shitty.
Sunday day. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha.
yeah. It was.
Should have walked naked.
That would have done
I
it.
should have.
Yeah.
Or barefoot.
Not the weirdest thing.
dude.
that would've happened.
We were talking about this in New York too. It was like, dude, what a thin line to walk in here. Like, I was like sitting in where the World Trade Center Memorial is. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. It's like this humongous thing up top.
Yeah.
But then in the bottom is like this super mall. It's crazy.
Oh.
And I was like, we were in there, and I was like talking to the guys. I was like, dude, how like nobody would bat an eye if they saw me out there in bare feet, like eating street meat at 4 a.m. because like
It happens every day.
The number of lunatics, like all I would have had to you could do anything on the streets of New York City.
Yeah.
All you have to do is like turn your hoodie inside out and take one shoe off, and people are like, "Oh, he's stark crazy."
Oh, he's just a crazy guy.
Yeah, he's just an actual lunatic. And I was like, "This what a place to live."
People say it every time.
Where like you get bored and you just take off a shoe, maybe throw on a ripped T-shirt, go outside, and you could say anything to people.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Oh, say whatever."
People say they develop like tunnel vision when they move there.
Yeah.
Where it's like nothing shocks it. Like the second you give somebody,
you need to have elephant skin to live in a place like
Exactly.
that. Like, yeah.
The second you give somebody an inch, it's like
We were there for 4.5 hours in the streets, and I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Like there's so much going on, and there's so much crazy. It's
a wild place, man.
Yeah.
It's a wild place.
It is. Eric said it, I think, the best. He was like, this place is just survives on being barely
It's just
under
barely
control.
under control, yeah. Just barely.
There's just
so
like
humongous.
It's like, I think I described it the other day as
the
like
saturation of all those people in such a condensed area.
Oh, dude, yeah. I put it in tune to like somebody, like one guy working at a 20-child daycare.
Yeah.
Where he spends his day like, don't touch it. All right, hold on. And
Well, just touch this. It's soft.
Yeah,
and then you
just
gotta
like, there's
run to
people
somebody
waiting
else.
like, oh, he's yelling at Billy. Let me do something shitty real quick, and they just like run. And that's like New York City.
That's spot on, man.
Yeah.
Well, what other shows do you have coming up? You have another.
What are the dates?
Yeah, it's like a week and a half from now, I guess. So April 12th, Friday, April 12th, we're in Boston.
Very cool.
And then the 13th, we're in Western Massachusetts. I think it's Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And then Sunday, the 14th, we're in Lancaster.
Very exciting.
Those are the last 3 dates with Cabanaware.
Lancaster, PA.
Cabanaware.
Lancaster, PA.
Cabana.
Say it right.
Cabana.
Cabanaware.
Can they find that on your socials? Can they find
Yeah.
Can they find you?
There's a really fun animated
at Sleeping
flyer.
Band on Instagram and Twitter, and I think Facebook also, facebook.com/sleepingband.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
And all the dates are there somewhere.
Yeah.
Can
There's
we-
a nice pink flyer that's got a horse that runs.
That Brian Meats made.
Yeah.
Oh, very exciting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very exciting. A scaredy horse, I suppose.
I guess it was a scary horse.
I guess so. Yeah. So we have that coming up.
Where can people find this brand new record?
Anywhere you stream music?
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Music. Where else do you stream music?
YouTube.
Amazon.
The internet.
If you do that.
YouTube. And yeah, we have it on vinyl.
Does anybody listen to music on YouTube?
There's a
I
whole like
have.
YouTube music thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
I'll look up like a
Apparently
random
for
song
younger kids,
every once in a
it's,
while.
it's a big.
Yeah.
But no, I don't listen
Music
consecutively to music.
Do you remember like a couple of years ago when that was a thing, like where people would just
Yeah.
like pick videos on YouTube and this is so much work.
Yeah.
Well, for a while before like Spotify was really big,
Yeah.
people would go. I remember I would go on YouTube. It was like
Make like
anything
a-
you could just search. People
yeah,
would
and then you
upload.
just make because you
Yeah.
could make a playlist.
That's
or-
true. Yeah, they would do like the
and it
word
would just
videos
be the
and
album
stuff.
art would be like the
Yeah.
video, quote unquote.
That's
you know?
true.
Yeah.
any
What a
mix
nightmare.
any mixtape that's not like officially released. That's like the only place you can find it.
Right.
Like I really like Chance the Rapper's acid rap, and like
You
you can't find it anywhere else besides
yeah.
YouTube.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah,
Pretty wild
besides
stuff.
that, I don't really see a purpose.
But,
it's
they
fun
could-
to rickroll people on YouTube too.
Wow.
you-
What
The
year?
new
what,
iPhone
what year
leaked.
is 2005?
I don't care.
Tom?
It's
So
still
Rick
still,
He's
still funny.
rickrolling
Mind your
people, huh?
business.
Be sure to check out Splitting Clouds, the video for Splitting Clouds on YouTube, as well as the rest.
Oh, there's the use for YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a use. You guys got some
just
videos.
for our video.
Yeah,
That's it.
you guys got some. Yeah,
it's
that's
me
the only
too.
one that matters. And then Spotify and everything else they can find
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys there.
Yeah.
Cool stuff and things. Is there anything that you guys did we not cover? Anything?
Oh boy.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Tuners are clutch.
Tuners are clutch. Joe Franks.
Joe Franks.
That was a Joe Franks quote.
Not wrong. I am a pageant mother for Joe Francolino.
I hear
Yeah.
you.
We should
Aren't
recall
we
them.
all?
Every time I see that man play, I'm just like, that's my friend. I hang out with him. After the show, I'm going to hang out with him in a sycophantic way. Like, we are friends. We've hung out for a long time. We used to eat at the diner a lot.
So you just go around the room telling people,
Yeah.
guys, my friend.
That's my
He's-
friend.
His aura is such an anomaly. Like every single show, for no reason. I don't even wait till he does something special.
Yeah.
In just the middle of the show, Hey, everybody, give it up for Joe Franks. And the place loses it. Erupts.
And if it's a local show, you can
Like,
start
usually
the Joe
it's...
Franks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the
he's-
Joe
he's-
Franks
and it
chant.
always works out.
In the middle
He's
of
a
our set
legend
is
in the
amazing.
Philadelphia area.
No, this is everywhere. I'm talking like places where no one cares who Joe Franks is.
Well,
They
everybody
still give it
does.
up
You
for
go
Joe
give it up
Franks.
for Joe
Everybody
Franks,
cares.
and they look at that man, and if they
They're like,
lose
yeah,
their minds.
yeah.
It works every time, and it's mind blowing. Like I've been doing an experiment to try to find a place where this hasn't worked. So far, nothing. I've got nothing.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank God he's in your band.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
yeah.
Can you imagine me? Oh God,
I could really use that.
We
for
should.
me.
We could do that.
Can we start
for
going
you.
around?
You wanna try
give
it?
it up for Jeff and see what happens?
Let's start
Yeah.
like Lion King style, Greg. You
You
and
wanna
I.
lift
we're
me?
gonna lift Jeff like on our tin roof
Yeah.
on our porch.
Well-
just like every morning, we'll just like lift Jeff into the sun.
See how many people start coming around and kneeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
But what-
cars that'll like drive into our lawn, you know.
Are they going to chant his full name? It should be Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Ronstrom.
Jeffrey Ronstrom.
Jeffrey
Ronstrom.
Louder!
Jeffrey Ronstrom.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
This
I
is
think.
your kingdom.
There's not enough of us, but that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was very
One day we'll get
commanding.
there.
What was
Yeah.
it like to feel like Joe Franks for just a few seconds?
I gotta tell you, it's great.
Yeah. He
You think?
complains about it a lot, but I think he likes it.
He must.
Oh,
I
he
think
loves it.
I think that's why people love it is because they realize that he doesn't like he's like sheepish.
So humble.
About
yeah,
it.
yeah.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
he's
he
not
is.
like looking for it, you know.
No,
like people
no.
are just like, man, this kid is he's unbelievable at guitar.
He needs this right now.
Really flip it, like man, nothing's going right. We really just like, hey guys, before he steps out on stage, if we could just give a warm welcome for our friend in need, Joe Frank.
Yeah. All right. Remember we talked about? Here he goes.
God. Happy birthday. Oh man. Listen. April Fools, we don't have a game.
Yeah,
Because Greg came in completely naked.
Came in
with
completely
nothing
naked.
Yeah.
Besides his socks.
Yeah.
You guys weren't concerned or anything why I'm naked.
No.
All right.
I saw,
Well, Tom and Eric are kind of used to naked guys walking around,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
In
We were
fact,
lucky.
I'm surprised
like-
that Tom didn't
I was
get
gonna say, it
naked.
sounds like Tom
Yeah.
prefers it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hold on. Tom's taking his clothes off right now to match
Oh,
Greg.
wow.
Here,
Okay.
hold
There he goes.
hold my
Look at
hat,
this.
Neil.
All right, yeah. Here, I'm holding it.
Now-
Your hat.
Yeah, thank you. I feel more comfortable now.
Yeah,
Wow.
no problem.
I've never felt so safe.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never felt so unsafe.
You know I'm not concealing any weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not concealing.
Well, who knows what's in those socks?
That's true.
The
Yeah.
big wool socks.
Why do you always leave your socks on?
It's cold.
Touche.
Don't want the devil grabbing my toes.
Okay. All
Yo.
Let's. Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yikes.
Everybody leave a review to get Tom's
Yes.
naked,
Yeah.
artful
Please.
pictures.
Yeah, and also don't forget to DM your own naked flying.
All
pet.
right, let's.
at Joe Bags.
Yeah. At Joe Bags on Instagram. Drop a nude at Joe Bags 08.
And he'll tell you if it's artistically framed.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get on that for sure.
He's got an eye for
It's
it.
got to be
He
Archie.
has an eye for it.
Yeah.
Guys, for
shoulda-
sure.
You know, we should have thought of that before and had some kind of fun giveaway for the best one.
Yeah,
I'd really
well,
like
we
to
can
see
still
these
make it
user
happen.
submitted.
We
Yeah.
can still make it happen. Because yours has to be out there first before we can ask people to send in their
Yeah.
own. I mean, we are asking them right now, I guess.
What if
but-
they maybe wait a couple years before you start
Yeah, good idea.
prodding people to send you nudes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe now's not like the
I'm soliciting your
it's,
nude pictures.
It's implied nudity, okay?
We're
I
gonna-
really didn't even think about it
tasteful
like
nudes.
that way at all.
No,
I know
it's
because
innocent.
obviously
Right.
we're having like a good time.
Because it's
here.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
But now I'm like, it's hitting me like, oh wait,
you know what it
can't-
should be?
maybe
do
we
that.
shouldn't be asking people for nudes.
You're not asking
Well,
people for
we
No,
weren't
it's not-
necessarily
we're not
asking.
We
getting
don't
them,
want
yeah.
the nudes.
We were
just
giving
want,
them the option that if they felt compelled
Yeah.
to share their own,
Maybe they had one
that
already
our-
anyway.
our inbox,
It's
Joe's-
Instagram
Joe's
is a
inbox.
It's
safe
begging
place,
for them.
is a safe place
Yeah.
for you to share that.
It's like
All you
cradle
got to do
of
is like
art.
put an emoji, you know, in a good spot to
Yeah.
censor yourself,
Yeah.
and you're good.
Yeah, there you
you
go.
know?
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yep.
There you go.
Guys, be sure to check us out on wildfireradio.com. Be sure to find us on Instagram at the Microphonies, on Twitter at the Microphonies.
And do not send us nudes.
Don't send us, please, for the love of God, don't send us nudes.
Maybe.
Please don't do it. We don't need. It's bad enough that Cayman Jack has left us on red.
Yeah.
All right. The last thing we need. The last thing we need is
unsolicited nudes.
Unsolicited nudes flying into our DM saying like, "How's this look? Am I artsy enough? Do I have the grace of an Airbus?"
The grace of an Airbus. I forgot about that. That's really good.
Yeah, I have to agree.
But please be sure to leave a review so we can send you Tom's graceful nude. Again, if
Censored.
you want it,
It'll be highly censored.
you can't really see anything in it.
You gotta ask for it. We can't just go sending it willy-nilly out there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I said Willy.
Really? Yeah.
But yes, please leave a review. Check us out. Let us know what you think about Sleeping's new record.
Leave a review so Greg can put his clothes back on.
Yeah, every review equals one article of clothing for Greg.
Yeah, maybe I'll be dressed by the time we retire this podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, talking smack to the listeners.
Listeners, please leave a review.
Jesus.
Am I going to show up to work tomorrow like this? For the next year?
What do you think I work at a Hilton?
I got my socks on, but
I think if we learned anything tonight, it's that if somebody yells at you at the Hilton for being barefoot,
just
find a pair of heels and twist that fucking ankle.
Walk straight to the front desk and twist your ankle.
Show them what safety footwear looks
Really blast it.
Guys, one more time, round of applause for Sleep It. That was wonderful. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. Be sure to check them out on Spotify and everything, and we'll probably leave some links in the description. In the description of the show. Thank you. I was brain fart. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Microphonies. Listen live every Monday on wildfireradio.com.